Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. I think most of you already know, but we're giving away $100 worth of crypto the first time a video hits 1,500 likes in 24 hours. And all you have to do is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. I'm thinking of doing two things. I'm thinking of either upping the reward to 500 XRP because it has taken a while, or lowering the amount of likes. What do you guys think I should do? Let me know in the comments section down below. Having said that, Bitcoin is still looking good. I still think we'll break all-time high really freaking soon. I'm extremely excited for the process, as I know if Bitcoin goes up, especially with these +3, +4 types of days, altcoins will be taking over. Altcoins will be going crazy, and I am really freaking excited about that. Having said that, if you're wondering where I am trading on right now, I am personally using Prime XBT. A link is down below because there's also some crazy deposit bonus. I think if you use the code down below, personally haven't used the code, so I don't know how it works because it's a DustyBC code, but just go check it out. Link is down below. I personally am using this for the margin trading. It is pretty damn nice, better than Binance. If I can personally say that, I think I can. And let's get into the video of today. XRP gearing up for massive pump, says Credible Crypto. Here's how high it could go. These types of articles I love. Why? Well, they normally set a stage for a really interesting conversation between me and the person doing this analysis. And even though I'm not trying to say I am better in analysis than them, or I can only say I'd have a different strategy to trade these pairs or cryptos. And also, I just want to kind of validate if what they're saying makes any sense, or if their 140,000 followers are watching some BS. Now, specifically Credible Crypto, we have covered a couple of times before. Even though he has a lot of really outlandish predictions, this one is actually not that crazy, as it has some type of basis. Something which I do think is kind of crazy is some of the other articles I've been seeing coming around, and some of the theories I've seen on Twitter. Like, for example, the multiple $1 trillion that are moving around, for example, by Biden. I have a little bit more about that. Let me quickly see where it is here. Since the pandemic started, workers around the world lost 3.7 trillion, while billionaires gained a record 3.9 trillion. This is the fastest and largest wealth transfer in history, yet nobody wants to talk about it. There's two things I have to say about this. One, if you want a source, go check. All right, he has linked a source down below. I personally have not checked this properly, so once more, I cannot firmly state that this is the truth, yet it is an interesting thing to kind of talk about, because I've talked multiple times about the greatest wealth transfer in history, which I personally think will be gold into crypto, as the older generation prioritizes gold, which has a couple $1 trillion in that right now, and that will eventually switch over to crypto, which let's say is about $8 trillion or so. But of course, you gotta think about how much money the people already have that's not in gold that they just have, which is also gonna be flowing in. And you might say, oh, but the workers are losing, the billionaires are gaining. That actually, honestly speaking, for crypto does not matter, as the rich invest in crypto, the poor invest in crypto, everybody invests in crypto. So this is only a, I guess, kind of a human, or I don't know, human problem, not really a crypto sort of problem, because, well, you might say it's a shift, yeah, okay, but it's mostly just more wealth coming in, as once more we got the trillions coming in because of the stimulus. There's a little money being generated. You might say, oh, but that is still, you know, in inflation terms, is actually still really not a net increase in the other. It is still an increase in money, whatever you want to say. It is an increase in money. People are making money off of this. There's more money coming into the economy, and that means there's also more money to be pumped in crypto, which is happening. Some people have speculated, though, that this whole stimulus ordeal is going to instantly bring joy to crypto. I would like to say yes, because a lot of people spend their stimulus or a part of their stimulus on speculative investments if they do not need it, or if they want to either go big or go home, basically. However, some people have stated, what if the multiple $1 trillion that are being talked about right now, actually a part of that will also land up in crypto? And all I can say is, man, the bigger guys, the guys who are really getting the money right now, those are the ones who are going to really put it in. The big money they're talking about here is mostly for building new things, for helping some people out, not really giving them the money, though. It is building things for the people, basically. It's not a net, increase in your pocket, basically. You're not going to get something in there. It's mostly going to be, once more, the really high up guys who are going to be getting in some money, who most likely have more to spend. Again, you might have some theories about that, but this is usually how it goes, right? They're saying here, tax increases for the higher ups. Oftentimes, we all know, the higher you tax the top, the more the lower will pay in taxes, usually. because once more, the higher, they always know ways to get rid of that tax, and it's always going to hurt the lower end in the end because, well, if you think you're going to tax the highest, you already made your plans on, we're going to get X amount of money, and since they all decide to evade it, all of a sudden you're at a tax deficit, and you got to get it from the lower end, which usually works that way. It is almost always the same thing, yet people seem to forget and think, oh, taxing the higher ups is really, really smart thing to do. Usually doesn't work that way in the end of things. That's actually a fun story as to how taxes came in anyway, because people thought, you know what, let's tax the rich. All of a sudden, boom, came on top of their asses. But yeah, I would say all these $1 trillion coming in the end of things, this does once more show there's really no cap to crypto. There's not a $2 trillion cap. There's not a $4 trillion cap. Think about how much is just being thought about spending right now. $4 trillion just like that. And you try to tell me a couple $1 trillion in crypto is not possible? BS. One thing I can quickly say. Theoretically speaking, the same amount of market cap that's in gold right now could be in crypto. We're talking $8-9 trillion as a start. $1 trillion, for example, for an XRP, for an Ethereum, for a, let's say, a BNB or an ADA, is definitely possible. It might not be around the corner because we're still far off, but it's definitely possible. Same thing for a $5 trillion, for example, Bitcoin at, let's say, $250,000. All that type of stuff is really within hand's reach. People are kind of thinking or acting like it's really far away. No, it is not. It is actually really freaking close. I would say one thing lurking is the threat of regulation, which is leaving a lot of these institutional investors out of it, but also the ETF. If an ETF for Bitcoin were to come on in, oh my days, with a lot of money flow into, which then eventually will spread over those altcoins. I've seen a lot of you guys kind of talk about this recently, about the different cryptos and, for example, what the ultimate cap can be for all of these. And I keep telling people, it is important to look at market cap to see how big something is so you can kind of calculate relative gains. For example, it is a higher likelihood that Cardano, no, let's say differently. There's a less likelihood or a lower likelihood, whatever, that Cardano will go times 4 than a Klaytn will go times 4, purely because the market cap is such a less amount that it's a lot easier for a coin like that. Once more, that's just logic. But in the end, it's not impossible for either. But let's skip this one for right now. Let's come back to this in just a second. Kathy Wood on Bitcoin, $1 trillion is nothing compared to where we will ultimately be. This is exactly what I'm thinking too. Exactly. Mike McGlone said on Twitter, crypto demand, what really matters for Bitcoin, increasing demand and adoption, the potential launch of Bitcoin ETPs in the United States should keep the price beyond. I like that word. I don't think that's how you pronounce it, but still, I wish it was. You see somebody just in his conference just trying to pronounce that and he goes, no, that would be too funny. Okay, this got me off guard. Let me see. That means an anchored float serving as a navigation mark to show reefs or other hazards. I don't think that's the one. I think it's the other part. Okay, let's just stick to the rest of the story then. Increasing institutional demand, notably into corporate treasuries and accolades from a few billionaires are part. Whatever. I mean, these guys, yeah. Is it a really important story? No, not really, to be honest. To be honest, $100,000 for Bitcoin is really a light target still for most of the people. At least that's what I personally think. I don't think a lot of people are selling Bitcoin before 100K. So, no, it doesn't really matter whatever these guys say. We all just know, though. When the ETF comes in, that's just a light start once more for the future of things. I saw a couple of you guys ask, how much XRP does Jed McCaleb actually have in the end of things in the last video? Well, I personally do not know, so don't bother me about it, because I personally, as I said, just do not know. However, you can look it up. I believe Leonidas has actually put it somewhere over on his Twitter. If you do a little bit of digging, you just take, I don't know, 3 minutes, you will definitely find the exact XRP that Jed McCaleb has. But there's one thing you should know. The 127 million is what he's sold right now over a little period of time. The 360 is what he has in his wallet right now. However, this wallet is topped off every single month or every time it's getting close to being empty. All right, so don't think that this is the end of his money. There's more. But it's not necessarily a really bad thing that he is selling because of the reasons I explained in my previous video. Then go check out GSX, a link is down below. It is the world's first growth coin and a gold-backed crypto. I personally have a couple $1,000s in this, and right now it is 10 cents a coin. Plus a 5% bonus, plus a 5% bonus for using my link. And once more, understand that you can lose money, but I'm hoping to get it times 25, times 50, just something crazy because it's the first of its kind and a really interesting initiative in my opinion. I think the sale is 2 more days though. I think 2 more days before it is over. And maybe not an instant return, but let's just hope that it turns into something big because they've said you can actually visit the mines and a gold-backed crypto. I think it's a really interesting initiative. Some people said in the comment section that it's already been tried before but never worked out. Let's just hope that this one goes big. Now let's also quickly read these ones. Bitcoin. Last Saturday, the Bitcoin price consolidated above the 2-hour EMA 55, and buyers tried to continue the payer's recovery. The trading volumes were below average, and the Bitcoin price could not overcome the resistance in the area of 56,000. By the end of the week, it returned to the moving average EMA 55. If the pair holds above the level of average prices, then the recovery might continue to the resistance of 60,000, which I think is coming right around the corner. Then, if the bears push through the support of the 2-hour moving average, then the price will retrace to the orange level of about 53,400. Bitcoin is trading at about 58,116 at the press time. Talking about Ethereum, Ethereum is trading better than Bitcoin. We've also said that in my price analysis video, or technical analysis video, as the chief crypto has increased by almost 5%. On the daily chart, Ethereum is testing the liquidity zone at around $1,800. The selling volume is low at the moment, which means that bulls may get the rate of the altcoin to 1950 soon. Ethereum is trading at 1770 at press time. And then ADA is looking, is also located in a green zone, rising by 1.93% since yesterday. From the technical point of view, Cardano is not as bullish as Ethereum or Bitcoin. At the moment, the altcoin is accumulating power for a future rise. If bulls keep trading above the MA50, the nearest resistance is at $1.46, which may be attained shortly. Cardano is trading at around $1.20 at the current time. KLAY. So many of you guys commented, KLAY, talk about KLAY in the comment section down below, that I had to talk about it, that I have to bring it up because, man, oh man, are you guys sometimes crazy with all of this, man? I just keep on seeing KLAY. I thought, man, I cannot leave you guys out. In a different sense, I don't really know too much about KLAY. Honestly, I just know KLAY has to do with NFTs. People are going crazy about it for that. Crypto Klaytn reaches $10 billion market cap. KLAY has gained more than 30% in the last 7 days. And yeah, are we thinking about buying it? Well, I didn't really know it existed up until very, very recently. And I'm thinking, yeah, KLAY, if it has to do with NFTs, according to the official announcement by the company, the OpenSea platform will support Klaytn. NFTs, the non-fungible token market is booming, yada, yada, yada. Okay, NFTs, Klaytn, yeah, it might be a good one to buy because NFTs are most likely still expanding. So it has my seal of approval. Klaytn might be a good crypto to hold purely because of NFT speculation. So it definitely has my approval if you were wondering about that. I'm going to pick up a little bit right after this video. I know the price has already skyrocketed like crazy, and so I'm a little bit hesitant. However, I mean, I got to kind of put my money where my mouth is, right? So if I'm saying it has the seal of approval, I got to get myself at least a little bit. So I'm doing that right after this video. KLAY is the top gainer from our list. It has risen 13.20% over the past 24 hours. After a test of the $8 mark, the altcoin has begun to accumulate power for ongoing growth. The buying volume is increasing, which means the rise is about to continue. KLAY is trading at about $4 at the press time. Let's quickly check, though. Where is KLAY at right as we speak? Oh, it's not on there. Or is it this one? Not sure. Let me quickly see. Klaytn crypto price on the side. We have it on CoinMarketCap at about $4.17, $4.15, something like that. There we go. It's ranked 13. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. What just happened? It is ranked 13? Am I missing something? How? What? What? I'm at a loss for words right now. I didn't know that. Damn. I'm not so sure about all of this. I guess CoinMarketCap has a different metric system to measure all of this. Not exactly sure how this is going on because Klaytn here is not on live coin watch, but why? Why? I do not know for certain. I'm going to have to check that out a little bit. Maybe it has to do with exchanges? This is really interesting. Okay, so I'm going to have to look that up a little bit for you guys because I'm not quite sure about that. Have no freaking clue. It's a pretty huge coin anyway, so that is very odd. 13, and I didn't hear about it until now. That is interesting. That is so crazy. Sorry, I'm a little bit bamboozled. Why is that not on the list then? It's been around for a long time as well. Huh. And same, I'm looking at it now, like you also have Sol, or whatever the freaking coin name is, or Sun, or Sol, what was it now, Sol? Solana. That's also, I don't believe, on Live Coin Watch. Here's number 22. Hey, that might be a very annoying thing. Okay, it's on there, but let's see the number. It's 89 on there. Okay, so it's just a difference in valuation depending on something. I'm going to have to look that up for a little second because this has happened before with all the Uniswap freaking coins where it used to be all over the place because of different metrics. But it could be that this this one calculates the price or basically the market cap differently, and thus they also are ranked completely differently depending again on what you view as valid and what you view as potential. But I'll check into it a little bit for I guess for research purposes to know exactly why they're so far apart, at least. Because, I mean, number 22 and number 89, that's not like a small difference here. If you guys know it already, you can also put it down below in the comment section. I definitely would appreciate that too. But the previous one, what was now KLAY, is not even on here at all. KLAY. No, it's not on here at all. So, unless this is the KLAY, I don't think so. Maybe it is though. But I don't, it's $4.03. I don't think so, guys. But maybe. KLAY, it could, oh, wait, do we have it there? No, it's clever. Okay. Let's see, $4.03. It went up 37% in 7 days. And the other one, because it could be the same thing, but then it's just a different one. Maybe it's just, no, let's type it in here. Can we see here? This is KLAY, $4.15, 35, 61. That's the volume. I'm sorry for having a little bit of a strange episode here, but that's because I have no clue what's going on. And I have had this before. Yet I'm still too dumb to understand. No, it's a different one altogether. Okay. I thought maybe for a second it's the same thing because it still had KLAY, but no, it is not. Now we know, now we know. Well, talking about the price analysis on that one, a little side note, this one was really nice. I talked about it before. It's basically following the impulse of HBAR on XRP, which is still hoping for some crazy gains to come, like 700% or so in the near future, a huge breakout. With KLAY, KLAY is a top gainer, going crazy. After a test, yeah, we already read that, I think, which means the rise is about to continue. And then Uniswap is not an exception to the rule as the growth of DeFi totals 3.2%. On the daily time frame, the asset is located in the sideways trend. At the moment, there are chances of seeing the rise reach the closest vital level at about $30.25. Uni is trading at about $28.50 at the press time as well. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. A little bit of a surprise within the video that is funny too. Kind of feels like a live stream when I'm just finding out some stuff. I could cut this out, of course, but I'm trying to be real with all you guys when I'm talking about stuff. Sometimes I just do not know. All right, I'm not a freaking crypto guru, I'm not a crypto genie. In this case here, I'm fairly certain it has to do with the market cap metrics for these different sorts of coins, but maybe it's something completely else, and I'm just not aware of it. You can let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody. Have a nice one.